Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, your number one source for income-oriented investing, and we're past the midway mark of 2025, well past it actually. And the stock markets, Canadian, the US one, gold prices, Bitcoin prices, everything is at an all-time high, right? And I get a lot of questions regarding this. How do I invest, or how to be an investor, whether it's a growth investor or an income investor during an all-time high? People are looking to get in or start, and they're scared, they're worried, they don't want to get in at the all-time high. So I'm going to go through what I think about this, what are very important points to remember about or consider when markets are at an all-time high. And so let's go through them. So point number one is you need to understand what investing is. There's a big difference between investing and speculating. When you're an investor, you want to be an investor, it is for the long term. So I don't care about now, next month, 6 months from now. We're in it for 5, 10, 15, if not forever. We're in it for the long term. It's very, very important to understand that if you're thinking about or scared investing now at an all-time high. Point number two, guess what? There's always going to be a new all-time high, right? So there's been many all-time highs. There's going to continue to be all-time highs. If you zoom out and you look at the long-term trajectory of the stock market, of asset prices, they're going up pretty much forever. And if you understand the concept of fiat currency and inflation, you understand that this is going to be a long-term trend. They're going to have to devalue the currencies forever, inflate the currency forever. There's really no choice, which means asset prices are going to be going up pretty much forever for the long term. Again, I don't know about next 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, but long term asset prices go up over time, right? Real estate, gold, Bitcoin, stocks, everything. Okay, so there's always going to be a new all-time high, so keep that in mind. Very important. Point number three, and this is especially if you're a new investor, there's so much craziness on the news and even on social media. I don't care about the news. I don't watch the news, and I feel like you can't trust anyone anyway. They're it's a bunch of crazy people, a bunch of nonsense price predictions and analyst reports and quarterly reports and job numbers and inflation numbers, right? The Fed says inflation's at 2 or 3%. You have other people that say, well, no, it's been 6 to 8% every year for the last 100 years. I don't trust anybody. Okay, I don't watch the news. I don't take what any of these people say seriously, especially price predictions. And that's all you see on these financial channels. Everyone's, what's your prediction about this? What's your prediction about Bitcoin and gold prices and the S&P 500? Complete waste of time, complete waste of energy. Point number four. So then what do? Point number four, stick to the plan. Stick to your plan. I feel like the easiest, simplest, and the best plan for an investor, and this is my plan, and this is what I do, is to keep investing regularly over time. Don't try to time the market. Don't hold 5%, 10%, 15% in cash, thinking that you'll get lucky and when the market crashes, you're going to deploy that 15% that you've held in cash. I think that's a complete waste of time. You're just trying to time the market. I don't understand people who do this. That's not really investing, in my opinion. Investing is, there's going to be an all-time high. So the best time to invest, in my opinion, is always the same. As soon as possible. Right? As soon as possible is always the best time to invest, in my opinion. So personally, I do not hold cash. All my income sources come in, everyone. I pay off my expenses and I reinvest the rest. If you want a detailed video on that, I just came up with a video called How Much Do I Reinvest? You could check that out as well. And by the way, if you like these types of videos that's about mindset, psychology, strategy, I have a specific playlist for those videos, so make sure to check it out. So this brings me to my plan, everyone. Keep buying as much as I can every single month while surveilling the income-oriented landscape, right? So yes, I'm going to keep buying over time, but I also want to know what's going on in the income world, I'm an income investor that focuses on covered call ETFs. So I always want to be aware of what are the new covered call ETFs out there. Should I add these to my portfolio? So I'm always going to keep investing regularly over time, but also surveying the income landscape. And I do it. I have an episode every month that surveys the covered call ETF landscape in Canada and in the US, 2 separate episodes. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're on past episode 50, I believe, or 60 or something like that, or even more. So I've been doing that every month for many years now. So if you're a newer investor and you're having trouble figuring out, should I get in now because the market's at all-time highs, I hope this video helped convince you that the best time to invest is always the same, in my opinion, because there's always going to be a new all-time high as soon as possible. So number one tip for you, if you're starting to build your portfolio, whether you're an income portfolio or a growth portfolio, is figure out your core positions. Figure out what your core positions are, allocate a percentage to them, select 5. You don't need more than 5 to 10 core positions now in your portfolio, everyone, right? There's S&P 500, there's diversified funds, all-in-one funds, there's all kinds of stuff. So I recommend you figure out what your core positions are. Index-based funds, whether they're covered call or not, are a great start. Allocate a certain percentage of that and keep investing regularly over time, right? Dollar cost averaging, that's what it means. It means investing regularly over time, so you're capturing the average stock market return, the average stock price of the market. And we know that, for example, the S&P 500 returns 10 to 12% annualized a year for the past 40 years, right? So keep investing regularly over time. That is my suggestion. That is my plan. That's what I'm doing. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section below. How are you investing now that markets are at an all-time high? And if you're interested in additional content, by the way, hit that little join button. Figure out to find out what the Inner Circle membership is all about. I unveil my parents' portfolios there. Other exclusive videos, live streams, etc. And don't forget to check out the video description as well. I got affiliate links in there. There's the link to my website, which you could book me for a one-on-one coaching as well. They sell out very quickly, unfortunately, but all the information is there. So give me a thumbs up on the video, guys. I would really appreciate it, and see you next time.